So today I wanted to share just a simple tip. This is something that didn't come up from a question, but it's something that I always share with my white belts, and it's super important. And that is learning how to use your whole body. This is especially important like when you guys are drilling and you're practicing moves. You want to become aware of what you're doing with your body. You want to have the increased body awareness. I'll show you what I mean. If I got Adam in an armbar here, this is a lot of times grab your hands together, you'll see this right here, where people will grab and they'll pull. And I used to do this, so I get it. But they'll really focus on the pull of the upper body with their arms, but they forget that they have these legs to push with, their hips to drive with, their back to arch with. We can attach this to our whole body here, and again, shrug our shoulders here and extend. There's so much you can use with that, right? And that's a whole body movement. So instead of like trying to go for an arm bar and you're just pulling right here, we can attach the arm here and extend our whole body into it. Heels are going, knees are pinching, hips are driving, shoulders are shrugging, the whole thing. It's no different when we get to side control and we're looking to have good pressure. A lot of times people, I notice this pretty often, they get to side control and they just think about squeezing, so they're squeezing with their arms, but it's an absence of the whole body, which they could use for pressure. So here's an example. A lot of times I'll see, someone that's newer, people get here and they'll focus on just squeezing really tight. And there's pressure, but not nearly as much pressure as there could be if they activated their whole body. So what we want to do in a side control position is make sure that we have a few things going on. Toes right now are active. So if you come around to the back, you'll see that my toes right here are really active, and I don't actually have a whole lot of weight on the mat right now. So I don't have to necessarily squeeze full strength with my upper body. I'm on my toes and I'm arching my back into Adam's rib cage. How does that feel, Adam? Now that's opposed to doing this, which, how does that feel? It's not as bad because once I go here, all of my weight is on Adam's ribs. Now, if you look over here at the same time, I have my shoulder driving into his face and I'm just leaning here. So all of my weight is here. Now, this still allows me some freedom to attack with my arms. So again, it's an idea. Same thing in mount. Guys will get here and they'll think about just driving in with the hips. But what about if we get a little bit lower here and then I arch down in here, use my whole body on his face here? There's a lot of different things you can think about. Again, when you're in the positions. So this is just a random little idea with you guys today. When you're drilling techniques, when you're drilling submissions, putting pressure on someone, all these different things. Think about, is your whole body engaged or could it be engaged? So when you're doing things, don't just think about like a push or a drive with the legs or whatever it might be. Think about like what's going on with the rest of you, because that stuff's really important. And a lot of times you'll hear these guys talk about like this sort of sixth sense that they have, or you'll hear these black belts talk about how they can put so much pressure on people. A lot of times it's not necessarily some muscular squeeze as it is making sure that their whole body is active. I know that I've had black belts that were like 150 pounds and they feel like they're 250, not because they're so much bigger, or whatever, because they're not. It's because they know how to use pressure with their entire body. So do that for me if you guys are trying to increase your pressure, if you're trying to increase your ability to finish submissions. Your whole body versus theirs, right? If you're in a submission, your whole body versus that one arm, that one leg, that one ankle, whatever you're attacking. If you're in side control, your whole body should be active, putting pressure in it, and it should be that way pretty much all the time. So just a small tip with you guys, wanted to share that. Hope that helps you guys. I'm finished. Adam.